Well, back here on the River Teith, it's 20th of March 2026 and come up to laundry. Haven't had my first cast yet, but much more water than there was last time we were here in October, so looking pretty good. It's cold, it's air temperature about 3 or 4 degrees, but the water's clear, dropping. Conditions good, so a couple of fish have been caught both in the pool, so yeah, I'm going to get on with it and I'll switch back on if anything happens. Well, I've come downstream and I'm fishing a bit of the river. I've been wanting to fish for a very long while, ever since I've been coming to the river really, but water's never been high enough. And now it is, so I'm in what's known as the dam. This is a long pool that runs down to the pool, so down to the fish pass. This is where Rich had 26-pound cockfish back end of the season 2 or 3 years ago, and it's just very fishy. And it holds fish, it's got real depth. Rich tells me up here in the head they stick to this side of the river, and as we get to that bend down there they are more across the far side where the depth is. So I've got a fast sink tip on, biggish D-monkey fly, and trying to fish it pretty slowly. Beautiful. I mean, the sun's on the water, but it's shining upriver, so it won't be in the fish's eyes. So fishing with a bit of confidence and always with hope. Well, I've just fished round the corner of the dam. I started up there at the grass ends, and actually on the far bank you can see the tail of, well, it's the tail of gravel bank. So I have fished down here and I've just seen a fish, which is quite unusual. Springers don't generally show themselves, but the hot spot, you see the bench up there. Hot spot is sort of opposite the bench and you need to bung it under those trees. I thought I'd just give you a quick look at the fly I'm using, which is sort of a D-monkey. I've just been doing some housework. I've just taken off a sink tip, which I got the impression was a bit too slow, and I put on a super fast sink. It's not a very long tip, but I'm hoping it'll just get me down a bit quicker and a bit further, because the water is cold. As it's just been confirmed by the owner, who I've seen taking her daily swim. Said it was pretty bracing, but so I'm going to try and get down really far and keep it slow, see what happens. Well, no joy in the dam, but we have come down to the pool, which has got a lot of water coming down it, and we've come to the opposite side, so we'd usually fish it from the far side. We come to this side, it's not really fishable from the far side, the top's too heavy, bottom swinging too quick. So I'm going to climb down, there's a ladder here, climb down a ladder and work my way up to see if I can find something. I have changed my fly. I put on I don't know if you can see that, put on a skull head. I just want to get as deep as possibly can, and got my super fast sink tip on, so should be well down. I will give it a go. No joy down at the pool, just too big at the moment, I think, too much water coming down it. So we stopped for lunch at Gravel Bank. Sun's right on it. In fact, the fly is pulling towards the sun, so quite difficult fishing. I can't hear, I think this is Pagans and the next one down is Doctors. At least it's in shade, but I'd give this a go. Beautiful day, warmed up, it's really quite soft the air now, so so hopefully the water temperature will also be rising a bit, dropping slowly and beautifully clear. Its conditions are great, just need a few fish. Come upstream and crossed over. This is Plum Jardin. No idea why it's called that. And leading down, Rich has gone down to fish the garden, which is down below. So fair bit of shade here, so better than some of the other bits we've been fishing, but no great depth in any of this. So you think, gosh, there are fish here. They not particularly holding water, but you know, hoping something might have paused in a pot for a moment. See how we get on. Come back up to the laundry, and when I arrived earlier, someone else had just started on the far bank, just over there by that big rock, and so I had to start halfway down. So I have not done the top of laundry yet. The run in, looking pretty nice, I must say. Oh, I just caught on a stone down there. Just have a look at my fly. Oh, I've changed my fly. I just changed to something a bit smaller, quite bright, sort of green and orange butt on it. So I mean, they'll see it, no problem. The water is very clear. Let's mix it up and see how we go. It looks nice and the sun's off it, which is a great bonus. I've come down to the castle flats. You can see the pool, the hut rather, octagonal hut there. About the finest hut I've ever encountered on a fishing beat. Fabulous dining table and wood burning stove, and yeah, I'm going to give this a quick flick. The sun's just come off it. Pretty steady. You wade out almost sort of a third of the way, and you want to be casting right in sort of under those rhododendrons if you can. There's a stream comes in over there, and then you fish down, and then you wade back in, and it gets deeper in the towards the near bank, down towards the tail. But it's looking pretty nice, I have to say. I've changed my fly again, put on that's a blue angel. They say fresh run fish like blue and yellow, so seems like the right sort of thing to put on, and yeah, give it a swim. Well, for a last cast we've come back to the pool. It's dropped quite a lot, so now we're fishing perhaps more traditional bank, and it's where it really wasn't fishable earlier. It now sort of is, and I've got a super fasting tip on, trying to fish really slow and low, biggish green Highlander sort of monkey style fly. Yeah, I mean, it's just still quite a push through here, but it's lovely, and see how we get on. I'm back on Gravel Bank, second morning, well, last morning, and bright but hazy, sun shining up the pool as usual, as it does in the morning, so, and still some shadow on that far side, which is where all the fish will be lying. It was pretty shallow, but actually if you walk that path up on the far bank, you can look down into it and see how deep the holes are, pretty much all the way down. But as usual, hot spots by that fir tree there and under the overhanging tree there. But yeah, I'll start at the top and fish it down. Back on the pool, we came here earlier and there was another rod fishing it, so we went away up the gravel bank, come back, and this is, I guess, 7 or 8 inches higher than it was when I caught my fish last April here. Still lovely water, beautifully clear, dropping all the time where it should be in, you'd think, pretty perfect nick. But I fished it down. Rich is fished down to there. I started there and fished down to the tail. I'm now going to go up the top and fish down top half. Gone pretty big on the fly front. See that fresh run fish, like a bit of blue and silver, so and it's quite a heavy fly, and I've got a fast sink tip on. I mean, there's proper depth for most of this pool, and the water is cold. The fish that are in there will be, I think, deep and sluggish, so I want to get down to them and swing it fairly slowly. So let's see how we get on. Well, I'm in a run I've never fished before, actually. It's just up from the height. You can probably in the distance see the bridge down there. The next one down is Castle Flats. It's got the amazing hut on it. Yeah, never fished the Guian tree, this one is called. That's the laundry up there just around the corner. Not a huge number of fish get caught in here, but as I've never fished it before, I thought it'd be nice to have a swing through it, see what's going on. Still got a fast sink tip on, you know, and I'm not touching the bottom, even though some of this doesn't look very deep, but should be down where the fish are, if there are any fish here. Well, came back for a last ditch effort at the pool. Been dropping away steadily, looking pretty perfect, really. Really thought we'd find something in here, have a pull, or yeah, attract a bit of attention from something fishy, but not a thing. So that's last cast of the trip, really. All fished out. It's been fabulous as ever. What a beautiful river. But no fish this time. We'll have other chances, but it's been lovely to be here.